Alright guys, Afterburn here. Yeah, I'm not coming to you from my build space tonight for a very important reason. Hang on. We're going to start and finish stage 16. And the reason I'm not down in my build zone is because last time I worked with the chassis, which is there, I have everything we're going to need. But last time I worked with the chassis, you all know what happened. I kind of knocked the camera off the table. It was a mess. So I decided that we were better off not. So let's begin, shall we? Alright, glare is going to be bad, but because I'm using the kitchen lights here and everything's glowing, but in stage 59 we're going to finish the interior. In stage 60 we'll add all the motherboard, and all the light panels and all that, so it's going to be awesome. We'll then test them, pack 61, and then we'll add all of the parts as you saw over there to the model, and we'll have a full rolling chassis. Because in pack 17 we'll start on the framework. I cannot wait for that. So let me get the pieces out the bag and we'll be all set to go. Stay tuned. Okay, so the downside of working upstairs here is I don't have places to put things like the magazine. Like I used to have a chair off to the side that I put the magazine on so I could refer to the instructions as need be, but anyways, so as we did last time, we added the rear panel to the left side. Now we'll be adding the right panel. Keep that off to the side. Here's the belt. Remember how many problems I had with that last time. We also have more GP screws, but I have plenty in my screw box, so I'm going to just use from there. And then all of our little bits. Okay. So in step 1, they want us to take seatbelt pin 2, as you can see by R2, and with that locating post facing away, now that I know how to do this right, locating post facing away, we're going to send the belt in through the bottom, and then back out. Through the top, just like that. And then using that little lug, we're going to put the lug into that hole, and then we're going to wind up throwing a GP screw over there. So it's going to face like that. Now just to get it back into place. Come on. Though I like working with small items, sometimes my hands are just too big and clunky to get anything working correctly. Get that in there. Beautiful. And there's that in place. Next thing they want us to do is they want us to take what's left of the belt. So I might actually undo a bit just so I can get a bit more slack. They want us to feed not that end, but the long end down through here. The other downside of working upstairs. Having the damn grandfather clock go off. But that's neither here nor there. So that is through, just like that. Okay. And just like last time, I'm going to put it that way. And we're going to put the buckle on. Perfect. And it's facing the right way. Put it to about there. Yeah, that'll work. It's not usable, but it's there. So now we're going to take the harness. Dang it. This is what I don't like about these seat belts. Is that they're cut at an angle and they're tough to work with. So once it's through both, we just feed the whole thing through. And I like to keep them tight, so that's how it's going to be. Harness is in, and from the back, yet another GP screw. I'm going to hold this like so I can get to it. There it is. Dang it. Dang it. That is not in properly. Damn it, come on. Where did I put that screw? Did I fling it? Oh dear God, where did I throw that? Not that it matters, but I'm going to eventually step on it, so whatever. Now let's hope this holds in. Don't want any wobble. Okay. Now it's in. Nice and perfect. The last bit so far is getting the other end put together. So with the little peg facing down, we want to put the belt up through the lower hole. And back down through the upper hole. And now just because I'm trying to do this, this is going to fight me. Okay, it's now fighting me. There it is. That should be the correct orientation. Okay. Now I know I have some crazy amounts of extra, but after I mount this to the vehicle, I'm going to cut it down. And speaking of mounting to the vehicle, we're going to bring over our interior panels. Let's see if these scissors are going to do the trick. Oh, yeah, they're fabric scissors, so that makes sense. Okay. So, that just fits in like that. Okay. So, I now have to turn this on its side. I'm going to start by putting in the center one. That way it'll hold. And now the back one. And finally, it's going to be tough to see, this one right here. And I'm going to tighten them all down and make sure they're good. And that is that completed. And that is the entirety of the interior done. And I am so happy with this. This is looking amazing. Up next, stage 60. Be right back. Okay, this might be very difficult to see or whatever, but I'm going to attempt to do this the best way I know how. First thing they want us to do in pack 60, which is attaching the motherboard. Okay. Is we're going to take this, which is a bit of insulation foam, and we're take the backing off. And see, the 4 holes in this are going to match the 4 holes here. And we want the extra bit to head towards the rear of the car. It's not the best looking thing at this point, but I'll get what I can get, you know? Next it wants us to take 4 little gaskets. I'm hoping that this is the right one. There are only 4 of them. These look a lot bigger than they should be. But I'm not overly concerned. And we're going to just place them right there. Next, we're going to take the massive switchboard here, which has all of our leads already plugged into it. We're going to take this one and the brake pedal switch, and those are just going to marry together. Like so. And then we're just going to put that down over top like that. And that's going to be held down with, nope, GM screws. Oh dear, are these the right things? Why is that sitting up so high? I hope it's not anything crazy. These gaskets just look so high. It doesn't say how big they are supposed to be, but that's concerning, considering. Okay, so now that that's mounted down, we're going to take the cable from the on-off switch And it's going to plug into the free port here on the board, like so. I keep all these wires separate because they are confusing. Now what? Place the metal ring at the end of the thick red wire over the hole indicated in the illustration. Okay, so next they want us to take this big wire here. Gonna wrap it around. And it's going to fit onto this hole here. And at the same time, they want us to take these wires and clip them down. And that's going to hold in with a DM screw. This is going to be fiddly. I'll be right back. Okay, well that took a lot longer than needed. But at the end of it all, this is how it's supposed to look. All this wire tidy was a pain in the ass. But brake switch is in. These are the leads for the front headlights. These are the leads for the rear headlights. And this little bugger is going to plug into the dashboard, as far as I'm aware. Switch is all wired up here. So that's the switch. This is the brake pedal. And these three are the headlights and the dashboard. And then the green and red ones back here, those are the tail lights. I'm believing that this thick red wire is the grounding wire. But we're going to test all the electrics to the next stage. Give me a moment and I'll get it all set up. Alright, and in this pack we get the little key fob thing, which looks amazing. Comes with a little pull tab so you don't end up wasting the battery. These are the interior light switches here. This is going to get very confusing yet again because this is all like all over the place. So many wires and so much to do. Okay, so this is definitely B because it splits off into two sections. I'm just going through everything right now, making sure I have everything. And I did something out of order. I actually plugged in the cable for the dashboard so I don't have to fiddle around with it later. So, I'm going to have to turn things around, so bear with me. Also, I wanted to put the interior in to make sure that the motherboard wasn't sitting too high. It doesn't look like that at all, thankfully. Hopefully we get some answers soon. So, try and get this. So, from The dashboard, we have a 2-pronger and a 4-poster, and they want us to fit two-prong into 2-prong. I don't know how I'm going to ever get that out again, so it's going to stay there. Let me move my setup. I'm just using my phone to support stuff. Insert the 4-prong connector on the headlights into the 4-hole connector from the motherboard. So, 4-prong, red and black to red and black, red and green to red and green. Now it makes more sense because the wires are color-coded. These are red and black. These are red and green. They go to their specific locations. Okay. And just get all these spread apart. I'm going to take 4-post, 4-prong. Boom. Those are all hooked up. I'm going to keep all these twist ties because who knows how the wire tidy is going to be in this. So yeah, so then again we'll go to the back. And like before, I'm going to take the 2 to 2. Right, is that going to plug in eventually? Yes. So, I did that out of order yet again, but 2 to 2. And 4 to 4, just like before. Now I don't know why they didn't have us do this before, because this is not set properly. It's not even held in. Whatever, that's going to stay there. They want us to put batteries in, but after they had us connect this up, which is kind of stupid, but because the battery compartment is right here. You can't see that at all. Okay. Then we just load up AAA batteries. Now that is all hooked up and powered, let's see what it do. Now, oh, okay. That's why they sent us the replacement battery. I think it doesn't work. Oh, crap. Well, I think I broke it. Can't be sure because okay. At least it's working. Something's messed up. Alright, that's the end of the video, obviously. Sorry, something is really wrong, and I cannot figure out why. So, I will see you next time. Alright, I spoke way too soon when I said it was the end of the video. I had the new battery mounted wrong, and I have a faulty switch. So the switch, which is here, there's a fault in the wiring somewhere, because when I turn it on, this light here comes on and stays on. If whichever way I switch that switch, it just messes the whole thing up. I don't know if it's broken, but I'm gonna have to take a look at it. But I am going to end the video, because until I figure out what's wrong with this, I can't complete everything else. So until next time, stay frosty, and I'll be back to this whenever I get back to it, okay? See ya.